So if I put them together, I have 2 apples. So this would be 2x squared equals, now we talked about this. This means 5 root 2 times 5 root 2. So then we can start to multiply, again, like terms. So number goes with number, radical goes with radical. So I have 2x squared equals 5 times 5 is 25. And then root 2 times root 2 is root 4. So I can still simplify. So now I have 2x squared equals 25 times the square root of 4, which is 2. So now I have 2x squared equals 50. So now I'm trying to get the x by itself. If it was just 2x equals 50, you guys would divide, and that doesn't change. So I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides, and I have x squared equals 25. And then to get rid of the square, the last step is to square root. So then the square root cancels with the square, and I get that x equals 5. Again, it's plus or minus 5, but we always choose the positive. So now if they ask me for the perimeter or what is the side length of the square, I could say 5, 5, 5, 5, or I could add them all up for perimeter. So this is what I mean by they might not tell you anything, but they might just talk about a shape. So looking at example 5, it says find the length of the diagonal of a rectangle that has a length of 8 and a width of 4. So the first thing we would have to do would be to draw a rectangle. Again, remember a rectangle has 4 right angles. So then it says the length is 8. Please remember the length is the long side. So these would both be 8. And a width of 4. So this would be 4 and 4. And it says find the diagonal. A diagonal just means that it runs across the middle like this. So this is what I'm looking for. That's my x value. So hopefully you can see the right triangle here. So we've got here, and then down here, and then here. So I'm going to pull that out and draw it down here. So that this is the right angle. This is what I was looking for. Here's my 4, and here's my 8. So again, these are going to be my A and B. And then this side out here that's opposite that right angle is going to be my C. So if we set it up, A squared plus B squared, and then it's supposed to equal C squared. So we said this was 8 squared plus 4 squared, and that should equal x squared. So now I can solve. 8 squared, or 8 times 8, is 64. 4 squared, or 4 times 4, would be 16, and that's supposed to equal x squared. So then if you add 64 plus 16, you should get 80. So then I'm supposed to take the square root to get rid of the square so that this cancels. But if I try to take the square root of 80, notice it comes out to be a decimal. So that's when I have to try to simplify. So far, I have that x equals the square root of 80. So if I come over here and do my factor tree, that would be 8 times 10. So then 8 is 4 times 2, and this is 5 times 2. So then this would be 2 and 2. That doesn't break down. 5 doesn't break down. 2 doesn't break down. So then put the square root. Here's a pair, so I bring out 1, 2. And then here's a pair, so I bring out another 2. So then 2 times 2 is 4, and then I still have a 5 underneath. So I would say that 4 root 5 equals x. And then if you want to, you can put that that is approximately whatever we got in the calculator. So 8.9. So this would be your answer. Good.